right, so in fairness, I made that thumbnail 24 hours ago when Pepe was indeed nuking. And since then, the coin has recovered somewhat. We'll get to the reasons of the flash crash in a bit. And there are some interesting theories. Can't wait to get to that. But first, let's check out the charts. Here it is. So we'll call it Black Sunday. Pepe nuked from about a $6 billion market cap right here all the way 40% down to a $3.4 billion market cap currently. Now, it's recovered somewhat to $4.4 billion at the current prices. So it's up 16% on the day, and it's up about 25% from the low. So what caused Pepe to crash? Well, the market in general crashed, Bitcoin and especially Ethereum. What caused them to crash? We'll get to that in a sec, but Ethereum was just brutal. I mean, look at this here. Again, an equal 40% crash from a price of 3,500 right there, about 3,400, all the way down to 2,300 right here. So that's another 40% crash. But that's a bigger deal for Ethereum because Ethereum is 80 times the size of Pepe. It's a $340 billion market cap coin. So for it to crash 35 to 40% in one day is pretty unusual. It's even more surprising considering, I pointed this out in my last video, that ETH Denver, that's their annual conference, is in 3 weeks on February 23rd to March 2nd. And every year ETH tends to pump before and after that event. Like check out the chart here last year. It pumped literally, this is February 4th, today, last year. Here's where the conference is, February 23rd. And then that's 3 weeks. So it pumped 3 weeks before the conference and then 3 weeks after the conference. So why did it dump so hard yesterday? So the first wild theory that surfaced was that some unknown crypto hedge fund called Scimitar Capital got liquidated for the amount of $2 billion on Sunday, and that specifically caused the entire crypto market to crash. And I haven't heard of this fund, Scimitar Capital. Have you? I doubt it, but I guess as the story goes, the fund originally had even more than $2 billion worth of assets. Then last week when altcoins were down bad, like dog with hat, I guess this firm had suffered heavy losses. Come Sunday, they said, okay, we're just going to liquidate the rest of our holdings. We're going to force sell at market price because we want to return the little money that's left to our investors. And that $2 million sell supposedly caused Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Pepe to crash. Now, a $2 billion market sell of the top few coins would indeed cause all the rest of the market to dump. I agree, but I don't really, have you heard of this firm, Scimitar Capital? I haven't. If they managed $2 billion worth, I would have heard of them. For example, Block Tower Capital, that's a Chicago-based crypto hedge fund. They're very famous. They also managed, last I heard, about $1.7 billion. So this fund manages just as much, even more, including the losses, and I haven't heard of them. Makes no sense. Plus, I looked up their LinkedIn profile. I mean, they have a mere 14 followers, Scimitar Capital. They're supposedly based in Hong Kong. Some of these employees, like one of these general partners, the girl just graduated nursing school a couple years ago. Now she's a general partner at a supposed $2 billion crypto hedge fund. So I'm going to say this theory is most likely false. Now, part of these rumors got started because Arthur Hayes, he's the former CEO of BitMEX. He's an old school guy in the space, a crypto billionaire, very influential voice in the industry. He tweeted out this Sunday evening, okay, Deegans, I want to hear some theories as to which crypto trading outfit, which fund, is a zombie, meaning they have no more funds left that blew up because they got liquidated on ETH. I'm hearing some things, no idea if it's true or not. So he's saying he heard a big crypto fund has just blown up in the same way that 3 Hours Capital blew up in the 2022, same way that FTX blew up, in the same way that Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi blew up, which is a little bit worrisome because these things are a chain reaction. Once one fund blows up, well, then another big entity in the space, they have some of their funds in the original fund that blew up. So now they don't have those funds anymore. So their investors get pissed and just it turns into a big interconnected clusterfuck. We shall hope that that will not happen. Another theory that surfaced is that Wintermute, they are a market maker. They were supposedly somehow behind the crash yesterday. They forced sold a lot of funds up to 634 million or something like that. Zero evidence for this whatsoever. And the Wintermute CEO, he took to Twitter to basically say, no, this is not true. None of our positions are more than 20 to 30% of our total funds value, which is like $600 million. So they'd only be selling something maximum 200 million, which wouldn't cause the scale of the crypto crash. I'm not really sure. Yeah, this whole theory doesn't really sound too plausible to me. And the guy who broke it, Marty Party, well, I'm not really sure. I don't know, this ex-DJ turned crypto sleuth, not really sure how much much credibility he has. And then, of course, there's the macro reasons as to why the market dumped. Specifically, U.S. and Mexico were engaged in a trade war over the so-called tariffs, and the U.S. and Canada were also engaged in a trade war. But the good news is that the friction between the entities, both of it has temporarily been resolved, with Canada announcing U.S. tariffs will be on hold. There will be no taxes on Canadian goods coming into the U.S. and vice versa after Justin Trudeau and President Trump had a pleasant, friendly phone call. So that's very, very good news. Additionally, Trump said that he will pause Mexico tariffs after having a conversation with their female president. So this is all good and could very well explain the market uptick here. Now, does that explain the huge dump? No, this dump just definitely seemed bigger than usual. I still can't really decide what was behind it. Something was. And in general, more money was liquidated this dump than the COVID crash. Now, that's a little bit misleading because the crypto market is 12 times bigger right now than it was in March 2020, right before the crash. So, of course, a higher dollar amount is going to be liquidated. What else do we have here? Then Eric Trump, he tweeting just a couple hours ago, it is a great time to add ETH. Apparently, he saw that ETH had dumped hard, and the rest of the Trump family appear to be more Solana fans. President Trump, he launched his coin on Solana, so it's good. Eric Trump is an ETH fan because Pepe is on ETH, and that is it for this video. Pepe Army, drop a comment down below. Let me know your price prediction in the next month. I will be back later with a new video. Ben Crypto signing out. Catch you later.